Good morning. I'm Josh Carmichael, and welcome to I'm So Vain and the Nature of Things. I wanted to take a little moment, introduce myself one more time, and tell you a little bit about the show. I'm here live in Sherman Oaks, California at LA Talk Radio Studio. This is where we're going to be shooting the show, filming the show live every Tuesday at 11 a.m., starting August 13th. That's the first air date of our first show. So we're very excited about our guest. We have a lot of really great and talented up and coming guests. I'm not going to mention them yet because we're going to kind of let them leak out as we get closer to the start date. But let me just tell you a little bit about us and who I am and what I'm So Vain is all about. I'm So Vain is a concept or an idea I've had for a while, and it really is inspired by the people that I've been in business with, actors and artists and writers and creators, that I wanted to create a platform and a place that we all could just sit down, enjoy a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and talk about, how you got started in the business, or, where you're from and what inspired you to be a part of this. Because it is kind of a big family. It's a creative outlet, a creative family, and we're all kind of misfits in a sense where we come from all different places and different backgrounds. I mean, I'm a Kansas boy. I'm a farm kid that grew up driving a tractor, dreaming of being in Hollywood. So it took a lot for me to get out of Dodge. Literally, I'm from Dodge City. It took a lot for me to get out and pursue my dreams. So when I've been asked the question of, how did you, you're a farm kid, you grew up on a farm, you raised cattle, you did all of this, you cut wheat, you traveled around doing that when you were a kid. How did you get into acting? And I'm like, I always said, acting chose me. I didn't choose it. It just seemed to be part of my nature. I was an artist. I drew a lot as a kid, so I had an interest in art, but then the acting really hit around age 16, and I was inspired and really just try to live my life according to that after that. So that's a little bit about me. I'm So Vain is really a show about you. It's not about me. So I just thought the title was cool to because in a sense we are all really vain. We all like to talk about ourselves. And if given the opportunity to the chance to where I'm asking you the right questions, or you're asking me the right questions, or anyone, I mean, a stranger in Starbucks or in the market, if you ask them about their day, then people want to talk about themselves. They want to tell you. And I like this one. I was thinking about this last night, and I go, wow, isn't it interesting when people come up to you, maybe strangers in the line or at the checkout or something like that effect, where they kind of say, hey, how you doing today? And really what they're asking is they want you to ask about them. And I find this a lot, because as soon as you go, well, I'm good, and maybe at that moment you don't really want to talk, but you go back to them and you go, I'm good, but how are you? What's going on? And then they go, oh my God, I have this whole thing, and I just went, and they want to tell you like something exciting about what happened to them in their life, or what's going on in their life at this moment, and that's what I want to talk about. I want to hear those things. I want to share those things with you guys, the audience, so that you get to know a little bit more about who my guests are, or who the people are that I'm interviewing. So in a nutshell, that's what I'm So Vain is about. Again, it's a platform. It's a place. It's a safe place. It's a comfortable place where we can just sit down and have a good old conversation and, get to the heart of the matter. So I'm trying to bring a little bit of who I am into this arena so that you feel comfortable and comfortable enough to, share with me. So we have a couple things. I'm going to ask you a question, at some point, and here's the question. When's the last time you looked in the mirror? Well, you'll understand why I asked that question when you see the show, because that ties into the show. But there are there are a lot of things that I want to cover. But I want to say this. I want to be very clear. This is about you. I want to know about you. I want to know about your life, your experiences, and what you've gone through. You know, the trials and tribulations, the highs and the lows, because we know we've all had them. And hopefully that will maybe have some kind of, epiphany or catharsis in some way, that we are enlightened or moved in some way at the end of this conversation or at the end of this interview. That's where I'd like to get to. I want to find a common ground or a place that we feel better about ourselves, or we feel like we accomplished something, and that we got to a level of, maybe feeling a little bit more excited about life, or a little bit more passion. Or maybe you'll be inspired by my guest, or maybe you'll inspire us by your comments or by your feedback. But I hope it's a combination of all the above, because I believe that it is an inspirational show, and I do want to inspire people. I do want to allow people to share their passion and dreams and excitement. And here's the thing: if you have a book, if you have a show coming out, if you have a play that you're doing that you're excited about, these are the types of people, these are the types of things that I want on the show, so that you can, broaden the audience, sell more books, get more people to like your page, your things, whatever it is you're promoting. If it's a positive experience, if it's a positive outcome, or it has something to do with the entertainment business, I want to know it. I want to have you on my show, and let's talk about it. Let's help promote. Let's cross promote. LA Talk Radio and Sam here has been amazing in allowing me to come in and open this up, and I'm really grateful to them and the studio for one, just having this set up and having the thing that I visualized in my mind before I ever walked in this room. So this is the beginning of something great, and I hope you join us. Subscribe our YouTube page, I'm So Vain. Like our page on Facebook, follow us, get involved. We want to hear back from you. We want to hear your thoughts and your ideas and your input. You might even be watching this right now and go, hey, I really want to be on that show. So we'd like to have you as a guest. If it works out, right now it'd be if you're LA based, pretty much only, because that's where we're filming, or you got to get your butt out here and we'll talk about it. But between myself and my staff, I think we can accommodate most people right now. And let's run with it. Let's start this. So here's the thing: if you want to be a guest on our show, and we're excited to have you, you can either DM us here, if you see us on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. It's I'm So Vain on Facebook, it's I'm So Vain on YouTube, and then it's The Real Josh Carmichael on Instagram. You can DM me there, find me there, follow us. It's all part of one thing. Or you can send an email to guest@imsovain.online. You got that? Guest, GUEST, at imsovain.online. And, we'll get your email. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. But that's about it. I'm Josh Carmichael. This is I'm So Vain. I really am excited about this. We want to share with the world and share your experiences, and bring some truth and bring some light back to this world and back to this medium, and inspire you and show the passion and share the creativity and be alive again and just have fun. So join us, will you? We'll see you soon.